You guys know we weren't going to get out of this gospel without taking a look at Mary Magdalene. Although she was not counted as one of the 12 disciples, she walked with Jesus from the very beginning when he was first choosing his disciples. And here we find her at the very end at the cross. There was only John and a handful of women, and one of those women was Mary Magdalene. So the fact that she was there from the very beginning of his ministry to the very end at the cross, the power of our presence, especially as women, we're emotional, we feel, and that's okay. That's actually a beautiful gift. So she was just there with Jesus at the very end and just crying, but still there. So she was there at the very end, and she was also the very first one to show up at the tomb. And she finds that it's empty. His body is gone, and she is now frantic. She's looking all around for him. He actually shows up to her. He reveals himself to her, and he says in verse 15 of chapter 20, "Woman, why are you crying? Who is it you are looking for?" And she thinks he's a gardener because they're in a garden, and she just thinks he's somebody working at the garden. And I just picture her looking all around, looking to see where they could have taken him. And she's like, "Just tell me where you've taken him and I'll go get him." And then in verse 16, he says, "Mary." And immediately when he says her name, she turns around and she recognizes that it's him. And I can just imagine she wanted to run and hug him, because in verse 17, he tells her, "Do not hold on to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father." So he hasn't even fully ascended yet. He stopped and noticed her crying, and he stopped to reassure her that, "Mary, it's me. I'm resurrected just like I told you I would be." And he says, "Go instead to my brothers and tell them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." And it's just so beautiful to me that not only did he stop and acknowledge what she was going through and that she was crying and that she was in pain, but he trusted her with a message to take it back to the disciples and tell them that I've risen. So it was a woman who was the first to hear the good news.